Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome our chief guest, the most popular member of Indian Parliament, Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Tharoorji is a person who doesn't need an introduction, but I would like to share one experience we had with him. We decided to launch our KAIRALI and so thought to get an article from Tharoorji. So everyone knows that how busy he is, and we thought of sending an email so he can get back to us in few weeks. But in 48 hours, he sent us a beautiful article. On behalf of the Kerala Club of Detroit, I would like to welcome Dr. Shashi Tharoor to our meeting. Uh, Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay Alex, for that welcome address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the time to introduce our chief guest for the day. And it is such a privilege and an honor to welcome an eminent personality like him amidst us today. He has been kind enough to accept our invitation. He's none other than Dr. Shashi Tharoor, and truly we are honored to have him amidst us today. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation. If I had to talk about his achievements, I think this Zoom session, rather any session, would not be enough. A man who has so many feathers in his cap, speaker par excellence, as we all know, but also a writer par excellence. He has at least 19 best-selling books of fiction and non-fiction to his credit. We all know he has already served 2 tenures as a member of parliament from Trivandrum constituency and is a standing member of parliament, represented India in numerous platforms, including his tenure as a diplomat and Under Secretary General of United Nations. May I also add, he was the youngest person to receive his doctorate at the age of 22. That's really inspiring. At the age of 22, he received his doctorate from Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University. I have to say, Malayalis and Indians, we are so proud to have a personality like you, sir, represent us in so many international platforms. But today, over and above all of his accolades, I want to say that ever since this COVID-19 crisis hit India, he was in action. And he proved once again that he's truly a man of not just great words, but even greater deeds.
കേരളത്തിലെ കോവിഡ് എന്ന ഈ മഹാമാരി സംഭവിച്ചപ്പോൾ തൻ്റെ സ്വാധീനം ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ആദ്യമായി ടെസ്റ്റിംഗ് കിറ്റ് ലഭ്യമാക്കിയത് ഡോക്ടർ ശശി തരൂരാണ്. മറ്റുള്ളവർക്കൊരു മാതൃകയാകാനും കൂടി ഇത് ഉപയോഗമായി. കൂടാതെ വെന്റിലേറ്റേഴ്സും തെർമൽ സ്കാനേഴ്സും എല്ലാം കേരളത്തിൽ ആദ്യമായി എത്തിക്കാൻ അദ്ദേഹം വഹിച്ച പങ്ക് വളരെ വളരെ വലുതാണ്. എന്തിന് ഇന്നലെ വരെ ഇറാഖിൽ നിന്നും പുറപ്പെട്ട ഒരു പറ്റം പ്രവാസികളെ ബഹ്റിനിൽ വെച്ച് തടഞ്ഞു നിർത്തിയപ്പോൾ ആ ചാർട്ടേഡ് ഫ്ലൈറ്റ് വിട്ടുകിട്ടാനായിട്ടുള്ള ഫൈനൽ ക്ലിയറൻസിന് വേണ്ടി തരൂർ സാർ ഇടപെട്ടത് വഴിയാണ് ഉടനടി ആ ക്ലിയറൻസ് ലഭിച്ചത്.
നമസ്കാരം, ഞാനെത്തി.
So thank you so much, first of all. And like everyone else, I am also waiting to hear from you, a personal fan, and no words are enough to welcome someone of your stature. Thank you so much, sir, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Aaron. And are we doing this in English or in Malayalam or both, or what's the scenario?
It can be your style.
Yes.
Well, I'm delighted, first of all, my respected elder, Sri Uman Chandi, had mentioned to me that he was very keen that I address your event. The Kerala Club of Detroit has a very special place in the hearts of the Malayali community. And for me, it's a pleasure to be able to be connected to our Pravasis, particularly in America, because I was myself a Marunadan Malayali for a very long time, including, I might add, somewhere in the neighborhood of 19-20 years in the US. I worked around the world, in Geneva, in Singapore, and so on. But my US stint from late 1989 to 2008 was a very long experience, during which I was able to interact with many Malayali associations around the country. But somehow I missed the Kerala Club of Detroit. I don't know how that happened. And now it's an opportunity belatedly to join you all. So first of all, thank you for inviting me to be with you today. And I know it's a very special occasion because you're launching your magazine called the KAIRALI. മലയാളികൾ വായിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്ലബ് മാഗസീൻ സാധാരണ ജനങ്ങൾ വായിക്കാറില്ല. പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങളുടെ മാഗസീൻ മലയാളികൾക്കാണെങ്കിൽ മലയാളികൾ വായിക്കുന്നു വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് first of all, it's my very great pleasure and privilege to inaugurate and officially announce the launch of your magazine. The other purpose of your gathering today seems to be to honor healthcare and frontline workers. And that, to my mind, is a wonderful gesture on your part. I am currently locked down in Delhi, where the latest figures are that 600, I repeat, 600 of the healthcare workers, nurses and doctors in Delhi, including, of course, many Malayalis, have been infected with the coronavirus. So the problem is that we expect their help and service when we are in trouble, but we don't do enough, I'm afraid. At least in India, we are not doing enough to give them the personal protective equipment they need, to assist them to take care of their own needs, and to shield themselves while they save us. And the result has been 600 healthcare workers who have themselves caught the infection. And this is a very, very worrying piece of news that I learned today. When you are honoring healthcare workers and frontline workers, I hope you're not confining yourself to those you see in America. Because, of course, in America, they deserve your support. They deserve your applause. But the problems of healthcare workers are there throughout the world. And when you speak of nurses and doctors, they have been putting their lives at risk for all of us. In some of the worst cases in the world, from China, where the man who blew the whistle on the coronavirus, Dr. Liu himself, passed away at the age of 34 because of the virus. We've also had dramatic examples from Italy, from Spain, and now from India of medical personnel affected by putting their lives on the line. Interestingly enough, the language you've used is you'll honor healthcare and frontline workers. And I want to say a brief word for the other frontline workers who are not healthcare personnel, but who are also placing themselves at risk to keep us all safe. Here in India, for example, many policemen have been infected. They've been out in the streets trying to enforce the lockdown. I know that in America, the system is a little more liberal, though we've seen, sadly, from Minneapolis, how terrible it can be. But many, many policemen have also been vulnerable because while others have been able to lock themselves up at home, the police have had no choice but to be out in the streets patrolling. Another category of people we don't often think about when we think about pandemic crisis are the journalists and media personnel. The truth is that many journalists, and I have a worldwide figure for you, 127 journalists in 31 countries have actually died because of COVID-19. We should include them in our definition of frontline workers because they are out there on the front lines of the battle against the virus in order to keep us informed, in order to let us know what the latest developments are, where the dangers are, to counsel us to stay safe, and to expose those actions and statements of governments and authorities around the world which have not been responsible enough or accurate enough. So frontline workers include such people as police personnel and media personnel, but above all, let us pay tribute to the healthcare workers who have really done so much to keep us all safe. Malayali nurses, a special word of mention. It's quite remarkable that around the world, the nurses who have come out of Kerala's wonderful nursing institutions and hospitals, are the ones who have won the admiration of patients in very many situations. I know that in Bombay, in Delhi, and so on, I've had friends reaching out and saying, Without Malayali nurses, we wouldn't be here. But it's also true in America and in Europe. I was hearing from a friend in Vienna whose father is sadly suffering from a very serious ailment, cancer, for which he required therapy and treatment. And the nurse he likes to go to in the Viennese major hospital there is, in fact, a Malayali nurse. That's the way in which our Malayali nurses have shown that they not only have training and professional skills, they have a heart, they have a compassion that comes to them from the ethos of Kerala in which they've grown up. Kerala itself has done rather well in dealing with this crisis, in dealing with the virus. The WHO mantra of test, isolate, treat, and trace has been followed very effectively by Kerala, so that even though we ought to be the most vulnerable state in India because of the large number of Kerala expatriates coming in and out from other states and from other countries now, despite that, we have been able to manage our problem far better than states like Maharashtra and Delhi, where the caseload is getting completely out of control and has not been managed half as effectively as Kerala's has. I've spoken pretty long. I just wanted to say that there is a lot happening. Our thoughts are very much with you. Many Malayalis in America have reached out to me who wish to come back to Kerala during this time. Obviously, they're not the permanent residents, the members of your club, but visitors for the most part, or people on short-term assignments or on visitor visas. They do want to come back. And one of the things that I've been discussing with both the Foreign Minister of India and the Civil Aviation Minister of India has been very simply this. Can we now also put in some direct flights from American airports directly to Kerala so that people don't have to fly via Delhi or Mumbai and get stuck in quarantine there for a couple of weeks as those cities require, and let them come directly home and go into quarantine in Kerala. We're working on that, so if any of you have friends and relatives visiting who are anxious to come back directly, there has been some receptivity from both the Foreign Minister and the Civil Aviation Minister, and I'm reasonably hopeful that we'll be able to make that happen very soon. There's a lot more I could say, but I've already exhausted my time. I'm very glad that you also have some entertainment to look forward to. Let me thank you all for inviting me. And once again, congratulations to the Kerala Club of Detroit for your decision to honor the healthcare and frontline workers. And congratulations also on the launch of your new magazine, The Keralite. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
And ഈ meeting in the Arangiponu. Enjoy your event and enjoy very much the extraordinary entertainment that I know is awaiting all the members. God bless. Namaskaram.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much,
for
sir.
being a part
Good luck to the
of
club.
this session.
Bye-bye.
ഇതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഡിജിറ്റൽ പതിപ്പ്. ഷാരൻ മ്യൂട്ടിലാണ്. ഷാരൻ മ്യൂട്ടിലാണ്. You're muted.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the first digital copy launched by none other than Dr. Shashi Tharoor. We are so thankful to Mrs. Bindu Panikar and all the team members who have worked so hard to launch this. Thank you so much for all your hard work, and I hope all of you can get a copy from the website of Kerala Club, keralaclub.org, and read this wonderful effort where we are paying a tribute to our healthcare workers and dedicating this to them, not just the healthcare workers, our frontliners. And let me also tell you at this moment that the opening article has been penned by none other than Dr. Shashi Tharoor, as Mr. Ajay Alex said. He was kind enough to do that. So I hope you enjoy Kerala Club's Keralite.